Throughout American history, youth have been at the forefront of social change.
To those people that tell us that teenagers can't do anything, I say that we were the only people that could have made this movement possible.
In 1971, the 26th Amendment lowered the minimum voting age in the United States from 21 to 18.
That amendment, as you know, provides for the right to vote of all of our young people between 18 and 21. 11 million new voters as a result of this amendment that you now will see certified by the GSA administrator.
Ironically, political participation by young people has been declining ever since. Less than half of all eligible voters, ages 18 to 29, actually voted in the 2016 presidential election. Due to a lack of participation in the previous election, soon-to-be eligible student voters are now crying out for change.
My name is Hannah Jackson. I'm 14 years old and I go to Tamalpais High School.
My name is Jake Cohen. I'm 16 years old and I go to Tam High School.
Sophia Martin, I'm 16 and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Ruby Rosa Mesqua. I am 15 years old and I'm a freshman at Tamalpais High School.
My name is Megan Stone and I'm 23 years old. Being political coming of age means kind of, I would say, independent thought, because you can't get to independent thought without talking it over with other people. Like, we all start somewhere. We all start, probably with our family's views, I would say, to some degree. I mean, we all start somewhere. We all have to know from something.
I have different opinions from my mom, and I feel like when I'm with her, I kind of filter in those opinions sometimes.
At a young age, what we understand about politics comes from our parents. As we mature, we become aware of these parental influences and find opportunities to explore beyond them, whether or not we connect to those beliefs.
When it's people's experiences that I can connect to or experiences that I can't, I do think that it continues to just inform my beliefs when I have sort of an emotional reaction to something that's happened to me or someone I know or someone who's sort of like me or in a community of someone that I know.
When you're aware that your opinions are changing, I think that's when you are becoming independent in thinking.
As students in the present day are experiencing issues such as gun violence, racism, sexism, sexual assault, and climate change, their personal ideologies and beliefs are becoming more prevalent, helping to solidify their political individualism.
So I feel like you have to really speak with other people who have been through incidences or things, because you can't just read articles, you can't just watch films and stuff in class, even though that could be very effective and that could be the way for you gain a better understanding. There has to be more than just one way because everybody learns differently.
So outside forces still do have an impact on that, and I know my beliefs recently have changed on things like that because of personal experiences.
Because a lot of these issues in America are affecting young people, and I don't love the term identity politics because everything in politics comes down to your identity, and that goes for a lot of other things, whether it's experiences other folks have had that inform your emotions, which obviously inform your beliefs, or experiences I've had myself as a queer person or, even as a person of privilege.
After hearing all these opinions, I get both sides of the spectrum and I'm able to create my own opinion that I can support because I know I didn't just hear one side.
It's gotten students really excited about getting their voice heard. So it's not necessarily like from what I've seen about, oh, this is an important milestone in my life, voting. It's about how can I get my voice heard? How can I get out there? And it's voting, it's being active in your community.
It starts with the development of one's independent beliefs. The next step is for adolescents to voice their opinions. In the 2018 midterms, we saw the highest level of youth voter participation in the past quarter century, with 31% of eligible voters, ages 18 to 29, casting votes. If these trends continue, the 2020 presidential election could see the largest youth voter turnout in history. Newly found political literacy was helpful in raising these numbers, but still over half the youth vote was absent. Without exercising individual opinions, change will not be seen in the future.
Not being afraid to, have an opinion that's different from what you might be expected to have, and not being afraid to ask questions, not being afraid to be worried about what people think and just doing and voting for who you think is right.